Westwood One Radio Network. The Rams still basking in the afterglow of their Super Bowl 56 win, and before heading off for the traditional celebratory trip to Disneyland Monday, Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp said it was the Rams' selflessness that helped them become champs.
So many guys that have just respected this game, have just put in the work and the time, and that was a huge thing coming into this. So many guys you got guys here that deserve a Super Bowl. We got win this for them, and guys play for each other. That's what kind of makes this team so special.
Not all good news for the Rams, though. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport says the team fears receiver Odell Beckham Jr. towards ACL in the Super Bowl. OBJ is set to be a free agent next month. And after mysteriously removing all mentions to the Arizona Cardinals from his social media accounts, Kyler Murray posted a photo Monday in his Cardinals uniform with a message that read, "I play this game for the love of it. All this nonsense is not what I'm about. I'm going to continue to grow and get better." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that. You just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys. It's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast, and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell, because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. Participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California. Good day, sunshine. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, the AM 1230 crime report. Police are still on the hunt for whoever shot 4 people during the after party for a Justin Bieber concert in Hollywood. All the victims are in stable condition. You know, to me, it's very strange for people to get shot at a Justin Bieber show. Yeah, usually Justin just throws eggs. Yeah, we're still waiting for him to grow up. At some point, it is liable to happen. Coming up, we've got, we'll celebrate some birthdays. We've got big shot birthdays. We've got our local birthdays. We will also take a look at world and California news headlines, local news, sports, financial news, weather. We've got all sorts of things coming up. And Gene, we were talking Crime Watch and another one. Nearly 60,000 bees were stolen from a grocery store company's field in Pennsylvania.
You said bees?
Bees. 60,000 bees. Whoa. Yeah. Police warned the perps were armed and probably big Sting fans.
Yeah. Big Sting fans.
I don't know about you, but I'm allergic to bee venom.
No, I just don't like the pain that comes along with the bite.
Yeah, I can handle the pain. It's, I swell up. Yeah, and sometimes have trouble breathing.
Yeah, you carry the EpiPen?
When I fish.
Yeah.
When I'm out in the middle of nowhere, trout fishing, I usually do.
Well, they tell me that you can also get an EpiPen with a security guard. So, because they're on the pricey side, so you want to be able to make sure that you protect your investment.
Yes. Yeah. I think they've hit the generic market, and they're not quite as expensive.
Oh, so they're in the generic name market now. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It comes with a dull needle.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes good sense.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get somebody to demonstrate that.
No, thank you. It's something
You just get way back and run as fast as you can.
Right into the meaty part of the thigh.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. Are you ready for birthdays?
I'm ready.
Actress Claire Bloom is 91. Brian Holland of Holland Dozier Holland, 81. Mick Avery plays drums for the Kinks, 78. Actor Marissa Berenson, 75. Actor Jane Seymour, 71. Melissa Manchester, 71. Actor Lynn Whitfield is 69. Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, is 68. Actor Christopher McDonald is 67. Actor Joseph Ganascoli is 63. Bass player Mikey Craig of the Culture Club is 62. Actor Stephen Michael Quezada is 59. Actor Michael Easton, 55. Actor Alex Borstein is 51. Actor Renee O'Connor, 51. Actor Sarah Winter, 49. Actor Natalie Morales is 37. Actor Amber Riley, 36. Actor Zach Gordon is 24. Local birthdays coming up. Time is running out. 0% financing on select 2021 Ford F-150 pickups ends soon. El Centro Motors says don't miss out. Selection at El Centro Motors is the best it's been in a long time. There's pickups, SUV, Bronco Sports, and if you don't see it on the lot, Ford Motor Company will build it just for you. See the sales professionals at El Centro Motors for details. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Alexander de la Riva, Elida Flores, Vincent Heisel, Victor Santana, Lupe Chavez, Susan Lopez, Dulce Solano, Mary Hernandez, Barbara Stensgaard, Jessica Barrientos, Charles Barreto, and Denise Botello. Happy birthday from Kxo. Yes. And up to date in Beijing, the U.S. won gold in the mixed team snowboard cross event. Mixed means boys and girls.
Okay.
Yeah, or as snowboarders call them, gnarlies and gnarlettes.
Gnarlettes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a term I was familiar with, but I hadn't heard it in a long time, and probably it's okay. I've heard it enough now.
Okay, yeah. Gnarly, man.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else exciting happening? You made it through Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day without a hitch, so to speak.
Okay.
How about you?
Made it through without a hitch.
Yeah.
Pam is still talking to me.
That's good.
So,
did you get a Valentine, confection or anything like that?
Actually, yes. I bought Pam not only a card, but a box of chocolates.
Chocolates. Okay.
So.
And, of course, a good napkin always helps because usually you get it all over your hands.
We're at the point that, and especially Valentine's Day, you don't need just one day to express your love. That should be every day, right?
Yeah. That's right. And for some, that's more important than others because they're constantly getting themselves in trouble.
Yes.
So they're constantly asking for forgiveness.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I went by Walmart just to watch the desperation in the eyes of the guys that forgot it was Valentine's and looking for anything.
Yep. I'm going to take yours. Okay.
Yeah.
You're older or younger than I am, and so I'm going to take that.
Yeah, we'll arm wrestle for this.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got news. Are you ready?
We do. I'm ready.
Okay, we've got to look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. Mixed messages from Russia over a possible invasion of Ukraine. Reporter Felix Light is in Moscow.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has said he is ready to work with the West on de-escalating tensions in the latest signal the prospect of war with Ukraine could be receding. The comments came after the Russian Defense Ministry announced it was withdrawing some of the 100,000 troops it has massed on the Ukrainian border.
NATO Secretary General warns there is no sign Russia is actually pulling back those military forces. At the Winter Olympics, 15-year-old... skater Kamila Valieva leads by 2 points in the short program after a doping scandal. She ended her routine in tears, twisting off axis in the first of 3 jumps, touching the ice on her way down. A car maker says it's fixed a problem with its EVs.
Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the all-new Chevy Bolt for
Chevy says Bolts will go on sale again in April after an 8-month pause triggered by a series of battery fire recalls. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California Headline News. Vaccinated adults can begin ditching their masks indoors starting today, but the state's Health and Human Services Secretary, Dr. Mark Gale, says he's ready to act if COVID cases spike again.
We will always remain prepared to adjust with the conditions of the virus. We demonstrated that with Omicron. We did it with Delta. We will do it again if there are future variants or if any of the current variants that we've seen before rear their heads again.
Mask requirements remain in place for school kids, but that will be reevaluated February 28th. Public memorial service held Monday night in Oakland for legendary football coach John Madden, who died in December at the age of 85. His widow, Virginia, talking about her husband's love for the city.
John believes in the town of Oakland. He believed in the Coliseum. Most of all, he believed in the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders.
Raiders now calling Las Vegas home. Madden coached the team to his first Super Bowl win in 1977. Jeff Scott, California News.
18. World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
It's a full house. We got to pick up the pace.
At Hank's Restaurant, the line goes around the block.
This for 12? Okay, I need the truffle oil drizzle.
What he needs is another line cook.
Oh, man. Are the quail breasts still in the sous vide? Dave, can you keep an eye on that, please?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, the local COVID numbers are in. George Gale has the story.
The numbers are trending down. COVID-positive patients hospitalized in Imperial County are now at 73. That's down from the 94 reported last week. 25 of those hospitalized are in intensive care, virtually unchanged from the last week's report. There are 2 ICU beds available in the county. There are 42 ventilators in use countywide. Total number of COVID vaccine doses administered in the county are now at over 403,000. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
A traffic accident shut down Highway 86 near Desert Shores. The accident was reported at about 6:44 p.m. at Highway 86 and Desert Shores Road. Authorities reported both northbound lanes of the highway were closed due to the accident, and there was no detour available. The closure was expected to remain in effect until at least 11 p.m. Few details on the accident are available. The Imperial County Coroner's Office responded to the scene. California Highway Patrol is investigating. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro suggest the works. The works, including tire rotation and pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat the works. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro, ready to serve.
Continuing with more local news, the County Board of Supervisors, being Tuesday, they meet today. Here's more on that story.
The meeting is another remote participation only meeting. It is expected to be the last remote participation meeting for now. Wednesday, public health rules, mask rules change. The board will not meet February 22nd. When they hold their next meeting in March, it is expected public participation will be allowed. This week, the meeting can be viewed via live stream available on the county website. On the Tuesday agenda, the supervisors will receive a COVID-19 update. They will receive a presentation on state legislative activity for this calendar year. They will receive an expense update on the American Rescue Plan Act. They will discuss filling 14 positions in the Social Services Department, and the board will consider a resolution adopting the Imperial County Lithium Valley Economic Opportunity Investment Plan. The board will also hold a public hearing on the Planning Commission's decision of approval for the Heber 1 geothermal plant to repower the Repower project. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. However, stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
California, the future should be built for everyone. So we made the 2021 Ford F-150 even smarter and more productive than before. Built it to power new ideas anywhere with an available ProPower onboard generator and a new interior designed to keep you connected. Plus the newest generation of Sync to keep you at the forefront of the latest and greatest tech. This is a new generation of F-Series, the best-selling truck for 45 years, and it's only the beginning. We want your trade. Head in today to get 0% APR Ford credit financing for 60 months on a 2021 Ford F-150. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers, where the future comes standard. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0% for 60 at $16.67 per month per $1,000 finance, regardless of down payment. Excludes Raptor. Residency restrictions apply. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 2/28/22. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Based on 1977 through 2021 CY total sales.
And it's Page 2 of the local news with the weather, brought to you by Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Friday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day.
Lots of activity for elected boards in Imperial County, including the IID board. George Gale filed this story.
The public portion of the meeting is this afternoon. District strongly encourages the public to view the meeting via live stream available at the IID website. The next IID Board of Directors meeting will be in March, and it is expected to be open to the public. During this week's meeting, the directors will consider adopting a resolution reauthorizing a teleconference to board meetings. They will consider approving the energy cost adjustment billing factors for March, and they will be asked to approve the summer 2022 peak demand reduction program. Following the IID Board of Directors meeting, they will host an electric time of use rates public informational workshop. Workshop can be viewed via live stream available at the IID website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
GAFCON to begin work on an abandoned hotel. They purchased the abandoned property in December. Renovation of the abandoned hotel and property starts in March. GAFCON, a San Diego-based company, wants to turn the building and property into a Cambridge hotel. Plans for the hotel will be 108 guest rooms, a bar, a large events room, and an indoor swimming pool. The project is expected to create up to 150 construction jobs. The rehab project is expected to take about a year to complete. Brawley City Council, we mentioned lots of activity with elected bodies, including the Brawley City Council. They are meeting on Tuesday. George Gale has more on this story.
The public can view the meeting in person or via Zoom. Contact the city clerk for the Zoom information. Those attending the meeting and are not fully vaccinated must wear a mask. Public may choose to be outside, subject to the same requirements. A meeting begins at 6 p.m. in the City Council chambers on Main Street. Council will discuss a request from Best Step Forward to close Cattle Call Park in order to hold a soapbox derby event, and they will ask the council to waive the $500 closure fee. They will also, the council will be asked to approve the sale and consumption of alcohol during the April 2nd Cesar Chavez celebration in downtown Brawley. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the Kxo website. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
The ARP Foundation's tax aid program is underway. They are offering free tax services. This all starts today. They'll be set up in the parking lot at the El Centro Community Center. They will be open Tuesdays and Thursday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. The last walk-in will be allowed at 1 p.m. ARP tax aid services or serves low to moderate income individuals of all ages. There is no fee, and ARP membership is not required. For more information or to make an appointment, call 760-353-2801. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are two locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, a weather system will move through the area today into Wednesday, bringing locally windy conditions this afternoon and evening. Temperatures will also turn much cooler Wednesday before warming back to slightly above normal levels by the weekend. More unsettled weather is likely for early next week, with another weather system potentially impacting our region. 83 the high in the valley yesterday, 61 the low. Sunny today with a high near 74. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, increasing to 25 to 30 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 45 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 47. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 73. West-northwest wind around 10 miles an hour. 61 degrees, 42% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news has been brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
I do my part, I recycle smart. I do my part to save our planet, sticky and dry, before I can it.
For more recycling tips like empty and dry, visit iRecycleSmart.com. Do your part. Recycle smart.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action last night. The Wizards whipped the Pistons 103-94. It was the Kings. They got beat. Yeah, the Nets beat the Kings 109-85. Thunder topped the Knicks 127-123 in overtime. The Bulls beat the Spurs 120-109. Trailblazers topped the Bucks 122-107. Pelicans punched the Raptors 120-90. It was the Nuggets 121, Magic 111. Jazz jumped on the Rockets 135-101. And the Clippers won. They beat the Warriors 119-104. And after a 2-year ban for violating the NBA National Basketball Players Association anti-drug program, guard Tyreek Evans has been reinstated to play in the league. Yeah, Evans is eligible to begin negotiating with teams immediately and can sign a contract as soon as Friday.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneers services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, Kyler Murray posted on an Instagram Monday that all of this nonsense is not what I'm about, and he vowed to grow better. This a day after sources had described the Cardinals quarterback as self-centered, immature, and someone who points fingers. Hey, that could be, 70% of the NFL, the NBA, or MLB? Speaking of MLB, Major League Baseball asked for the ability to eliminate hundreds of minor league playing jobs in the latest labor offer to the Major League Baseball Players Association. Currently, the domestic reserve list, which governs the number of minor league players a team can roster at any time, is at 180. The league proposed keeping the number at 180 for 2022, but allowing the commissioner's office to reduce the maximum number of players to as few as 150. And in his first interview since being deported from Australia last month, Novak Djokovic reiterated his stance on not getting vaccinated against COVID-19 and said he would opt out of playing in future majors that would require him getting inoculated. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. I've got a suggestion. Why don't you take a short trip to the Peanut Patch in Yuma? The Peanut Patch. Well, it's so much more than peanuts. Yeah, it's a great place to visit. You can spend the better part of a day there if you want, and you'll find the Peanut Patch with many homemade chocolates. They offer fresh English toffee, plain or covered in milk chocolate, pecan turtles that are to die for, made from scratch with a special recipe. You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. So many great things available at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Now, the Peanut Patch is open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time. They are closed on Sunday. And if you want to get to the Peanut Patch, I would suggest you Google Peanut Patch. Yeah, just Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. What a great way to spend a day. Financial news and the weather is brought to you by Southwest Security Company, protecting you and your property. With security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, U.S. stocks are in a rally mode as tensions appear to ease on Ukraine's borders. Wall Street moving into the green in early trading. Investors have been concerned that an armed Russian conflict with Ukraine could badly damage the global economy. A war could send prices surging in regions that have already been struggling with rapidly rising inflation, especially as energy supplies could be disrupted in the middle of a conflict. Russia is a major exporter of oil, and particularly natural gas. And America's economy is driven by shoppers who shell out big money for items like iPhones, sofas, and cars, and experiences such as dining out. So when consumers start to feel less confident, economists and investors start to worry. What's happening? Consumer sentiment in the U.S. has dropped to its worst level in a decade, according to a survey from the University of Michigan. Shoppers fret about how high inflation is hitting their bank accounts. Right now, the Dow up 445 points at 35,011. The S&P 500 at 4,465, that's up 64 points. The NASDAQ up 261 points at 14,053. Gold down 17.70 an ounce. Oil down $4.18 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be sunny today with a high near 74. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, increasing to 25 to 30 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 45 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 47. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 73. West-northwest wind about 10 miles an hour. We have 62 degrees, 41% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at 4th and Heil, El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to be happy, live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to celebrate whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's make time for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. Everything you need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro. CBS News next, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
On the hour, sponsored by the Exogen Temporal Scanner. I'm Steve Kathan. There's breaking news from Connecticut. Word of a settlement in a case stemming from one of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history.
There's somebody shooting in here in Sandy Hook School.
CBS's Allison Keyes says it's the lawsuit 9 Sandy Hook school families brought against the gunmaker Remington.
The amount of the settlement wasn't released, but attorneys for the families are calling it historic. Remington made the Bushmaster AR-15 style rifle used in the December 2012 killings of 20 first graders and 6 educators in Newtown, Connecticut. The gunman fatally shot his mother before the rampage and then himself.
Russia's president signals he is open for talks with the U.S. and NATO as his military masses troops near Ukraine. Reporter Felix Light in Moscow.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said that he was ready to work with the West on de-escalating tensions. The latest signal that the prospect of war with Ukraine might be receding. The comments came during talks with the German leader Olaf Scholz, who was in Moscow today for talks on Ukraine.
In Britain, Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
I think what everybody needs to see is a sense that things are being scaled back, scaled down, that the threat is over, and that a conversation, a negotiation is beginning.
President Biden is talking with French President Macron right now about Ukraine. A Russian figure skater who failed a drug test before the Winter Games has the lead after the women's short program. CBS's Steve Futterman is in Beijing.
When she was introduced, I'd say Kamila Valieva received a louder ovation than the previous skaters. There was certainly no booing or anything like that. When she began, obviously everyone was watching her closely. Her first jump, she did land awkwardly, but after that, she seemed to perform very well.
In a BBC interview, unvaccinated tennis star Novak Djokovic indicates he's willing to skip the next 2 major tournaments if vaccine mandates are in place.
If this means that you miss the French Open, is that a price you'd be willing to pay?
Yes, that is the price that I'm willing to pay.
And if it means that you miss Wimbledon this year, again, that's the price you're willing to pay?
Yes.
Strong Super Bowl ratings reported, the TV broadcast averaging just over 100 million viewers on NBC and Telemundo. In a study of more than 250 rivers around the world, researchers in Britain say pollution from drugs and pharmaceutical byproducts is a threat to the environment and global health.
It's a vast amount of different ways that these pharmaceuticals reach the environment, and the significant route of exposure is different in different parts of the world.
Study author John Wilkinson says some of it can be blamed on illegal dumping. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 464 points. NASDAQ is up 280. This is CBS News.
If you're checking for fever, the leading sign of COVID-19, beware of dangerously inaccurate non-contact thermometers. Instead, learn about Exergen at Exergen.com.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street, and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
An ancient figurine discovered in Germany a few years ago raises some weighty questions.
It's 6 inches tall and looks like something your 6-year-old would bring home from art class. But the bronze statuette of a female figure has been dated to 700 BC, nearly 3,000 years ago. It's the 13th to have been found along the Baltic coast, which was a major trade route in the Bronze Age. And now a Swedish archaeologist theorizes they may all have been used as weights by ancient merchants, because their weight can all be expressed as multiples of a common denominator. We'll likely never know for sure, but it's an explanation worth weighing. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
GM says it'll start making Chevy Bolt electric vehicles again in early April after an 8-month hold due to a series of battery fire recalls. The company's supplier has been making replacements and is resuming regular production. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present to you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carroll Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable. AM 1230 KXO. 1230 KXO.